Oban Star Racers is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's one of the few shows I've completed and gone back to rewatch multiple times. Oban Star Racers begins with our protagonist Ava waiting by a phone for a call from her father for her birthday. It seems she had been waiting all night and that this isn't the first time she didn't get a call. So she decides she's finally had enough and runs away from the boarding school in search of her dad, who is a famous Star Racer manager. When she meets her father Don Way, he fails to recognize her. She ends up saying her name is Molly and that she's a mechanic. She's able to prove her skills, which lands her a job at her dad's company. After some time, the government tells Don to make a team for the Great Race of Oban, a race that is held once every 10,000 years. The winner of the race will be granted the ultimate prize, which is any wish or dream granted. They also can't let the Krog Empire win, especially right now since they are currently at war with them. Don assembles a team and prepares to leave. Molly, not being a part of the team, decides to stow away and go along with them. They find out, but they decide to leave her since it's too late to do anything. On the day of their first race, the pilot of the Star Racer, Rick, is in an accident and is unable to race. Molly takes it upon herself to modify the Star Racer so she could pilot it, and they are barely able to get the win. After a couple of races, Rick is eventually cleared to pilot again, but during his first race back, he discovers that the injuries are more severe than he thought. Molly has to jump onto the Star Racer and pilot it mid-race to make sure no one gets injured. They all make it out safely and are able to get the win. Rick is now officially unable to pilot anymore, so Molly becomes the main pilot. In a certain race, we learned why Don was so against Molly being the pilot. The reason was that his first pilot was his wife, Molly's mom, and she was in an accident and unfortunately didn't make it. And now Molly is racing against the racer they both believe caused the accident. They end up losing the race, but Molly discovers that the cause of her mother's death really was just an accident. They end up coming in third at the end of this stage, meaning they can move on to the next stage of the race. They struggle quite a bit at the beginning, but eventually get a hold of things. During one of the races, they end up in an accident and get lost. They stumble upon the creators who tell them that the prize for the race is not a wish, but the winner will become the next avatar. They confront the avatar and he confirms that the race was made to find a new successor. The final race is basically a battle royale for the first couple minutes, but once the finish line is revealed, Molly ends up winning. She, however, doesn't want to be the avatar and leaves. This allows the true mastermind to escape and seek the power of the avatar. He is eventually stopped and a new avatar is crowned. I really love Oban Star Racers. It has exciting races, character motivations are believable, and the twists are great. It is unfortunately only one season with 26 episodes, but it's definitely worth the watch if you haven't watched it.